Health is wealth. If you have health, you have a good chance to be happy. My name is Vidashi Essay, and I'm here to share with you Africa's cities with best health system in Africa. Let's go. Alright, so I jump on this post on X that talks about Africa and African issues, and they had this to say. They say African cities with best healthcare system. Okay, so they started listing them up, and then number 1 was Cape Town, South Africa. Number 2, Pretoria, South Africa. Number 3, Nairobi, Kenya. Number 4, Johannesburg, South Africa. Number 5, Durban, South Africa. Number 6, Accra, Ghana. Number 7, Algiers, Algeria. Number 8, Tunis, Tunisia. Number 9, Alexandria, Egypt. Number 10, Lagos, Nigeria. Number 11, Cairo, Egypt. And number 12, Casablanca, Morocco. Alright, so their source where they got all this information from was Numbers 2023 Healthcare Index by City. Alright, so there you have it. These are African cities with best healthcare system in Africa, okay? From number 1, it seems like South Africa is actually topping the list. They have almost all the big cities in South Africa representing huge. How crazy and how good is the South African healthcare system working for them? I think this is a huge plus for them, and it really needs to encourage other African countries to appreciate this kind of work. Some big country like Nigeria only had one state or one city holding them down after about 37 more cities to go, or more states to go, okay? Well, their source was from Numbers 2023 Healthcare Index by City. So I wanted to know more about what criteria they used about this whole system, okay? So I went to the Numbers 2023 Healthcare System, and I found this out. Let's go. All right, so they say Healthcare Index is an estimation that evaluates the overall quality of the system healthcare, okay, including factors such as healthcare professionals, equipment, staff, doctors, and cost. It provides an assessment of the healthcare infrastructure, services, and resources available in specific location. Well, there you have it. They're actually saying that all the criteria they used was that number 1 is the factors that they used to do this was healthcare professionals. How professionals are your doctors, your nurses, your pharmacists, all those people in your country or in that city, how best are they, or how qualification do they have to be doing those kind of healthcare system work, okay? So number 2, to also say equipment. How equipped are your health facilities are? Do your country provide the need for the doctors to be able to operate well? Well, they also add that as a criteria, okay? They also say the staffs, how the staff's punctuality to work, how they make the hospitals run effectively, also is part. They also say doctors, how many doctors per person that to the cities, okay? How many doctors per person into the cities that was provided here? And also they say the cost, how expensive does your health system cost in your country too? They also provide assessment also on infrastructures, services, and the resources available in specific locations. So actually, these were their criteria they used to rank Africa's best healthcare systems or best cities with the best healthcare systems in Africa, okay? And there was a lot of South African countries representing, have Ghana, Nigeria, Algeria, Tunisia, Kenya, Nairobi, all representing with this whole best healthcare system in Africa. And also they showed the specific index on how they rated this, okay? So they said number 1, Cape Town, South Africa had 68.6 healthcare index. Number 2, Pretoria, South Africa had 66.1 healthcare index. Number 3, Nairobi, Kenya had 62.3. Johannesburg, South Africa had 60.6. Durban, South Africa had 58.4. Accra, Ghana had 57.0. Algiers from Algeria had 56.1. Tunis from Tunisia had 56.6. Alexandria, Egypt had 46.4. Lagos, Nigeria had 46.3. Cairo, Egypt had 45.5. And lastly, Casablanca, Morocco had 44.8. Well, they didn't add the last 13 and 14. Guess what country came in the 14 and 13, okay? You guess another conversation. Guess the country out there, okay? Guess it. So those are the specific index, how they ranked this whole process, okay? But when African Fact Zone, this page, shared this whole thing on X, some African countries started talking, okay? They started sharing their views and comments about this whole issue. So let's go inside and see how it went down there. So number 1, we have this comment. It says, Africa must have really pathetic public health system if the kind we have in Nairobi can be top 3. Yo, what do bro mean by if the kind we have in Nairobi is up to top 3? How bad is the Nairobi healthcare system there? Or is brother trying to do some propaganda here? As a Kenyan, under the comment section, let us know what is really happening in the Nairobi healthcare system. That bro, how to say this, okay? Again, this one also came in and says, Please remove Lagos, Nigeria from that list. Have you visited Lagos University Teaching Hospital before, or any of the general hospitals in Lagos? Please go there as an ordinary person and see for yourselves. Okay, so this is from a Nigerian though. Bro is saying that, have you ever visited Lagos University Teaching Hospital or general hospitals in Lagos? That we are saying that Lagos, Nigeria is part of the Africa's best healthcare system in Africa. Well, how bad is Lagos healthcare system though? I know Nigeria have one of the best doctors across the world. So how bad is the Nigeria healthcare system? Or is the government, is it one of the criteria? They don't have the people, they don't have the good equipment, or the staffs are not working. What is actually the problem here? Or the facilities are not meeting up to the standard? Or how many or how doctor per people in the country? Another comment section, let's see what you think, okay? This one was also from a Ghanaian man who came in and says, I'm not sure you guys are serious, so have you been to Ghana before? Stop posting rubbish. Wow, seems like there's one thing common here. It seems like all the African countries are complaining about this list. Why are you all complaining about this list? This says best healthcare system. And based on the criteria they use, infrastructure, facilities, equipment, staffs, doctors per person, services, all those available things that they used was here. So why are you guys all saying this? Another comment section, let me see why you think your African country shouldn't have been here, or why do you think these people are saying this? Let's see how it goes, okay? Alright, so this one also came in and says, true, I have been to some countries and go to some hospitals there, and trust me, a lot of African countries are being protected by God. A lot of African countries are being protected by God. Well, I know this for a fact that African is actually lacking in a lot of things here, and I hope our leaders will know that they can lack on a lot of things, but not our healthcare system. These are the things that are keeping us safe as people. The last thing we have is to be able to have an access to healthcare, and a free healthcare tool needs to be provided for us. After all the minerals we have on our lands, kindly we need this as an African. Our leaders really need to top up their work and do something about that. That's pretty bad to hear, okay? Well, a South African also came in and says, Nairobi cannot top Johannesburg with the best health system, not even Cape Town. Joburg has some of the best medical centers in the world. Well, we actually knows that how advanced and how best South Africa is in terms of all these kind of infrastructures, okay? But man is saying that there's no way Nairobi, Kenya is above Johannesburg here. And it's true that we have a lot of crazy hospitals and a lot of remarkable achievements by the doctors in Johannesburg. But as based on the criteria they use, have you also visited Kenya and Nairobi cities before for you to make this kind of assumption? If not, then I think you don't have a case yet, okay? Unless you have been there, you have seen there, you have a proof to what you're saying. But I will not defeat the fact that SA or Joburg have one of the best healthcare systems in Africa. It has though. But have you been to Kenya too? Have you been to Nairobi? They say the African city or the city of Africa. Have you been to that city too? I know Nairobi, Kenya is also doing their best here, okay? So my name is Vidashi SA, and I was here to share with you Africa's cities with best healthcare system in Africa from African Fact Zone. And they say number 1 is Cape Town, South Africa. Number 2, Pretoria, South Africa. Number 3, Nairobi, Kenya. 4, Johannesburg, South Africa. 5, Durban, South Africa. 6, Accra, Ghana. 7, Algeria. 8, Tunisia. 9, Alexandria, Egypt. 10, Lagos, Nigeria. 11, Egypt. And then 12, Casablanca, Morocco. Okay, so these are Africa's best cities with best healthcare systems, okay? If your country is not here, kindly let your country or set up and let your government actually knows what they have to do for you people, okay? My name is Vidashi SA, and I was glad to share with you this info. Hope you love it. Follow for more, and also subscribe to this channel because there's more coming your way about African people. If you want to know more about Africa and its countries around it, don't know where to go, please link up here. We are having a lot of fun here, okay? A lot of debate, a lot of things are happening here, and we're actually enjoying ourselves. See you guys around.